What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on my Telegram channel. It's t.me/KingofFOMO1, as well as my chat, which is where you guys can be talking about a lot of this stuff and finding out some of my views early on before I make videos about these things. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Core and Kitten.finance yet again. We'll talk about why I'm not really speaking about too many other coins as well, why I'm not hunting other gems as opposed to that. I'm really just waiting for gems to come to me. But let's first talk about the Core token and what my plan is with this. So I've did a little dibble and dabbling with this token over the past day or so, and I've come to the personal conclusion. Now, of course, you guys have to do your own research. I'm not a perfect person. It's only been a day, so my research could be completely wrong, but I've come to the conclusion that this is a much, much better token to stake than it is to hold and to try and swing trade it and sell it at the top, sell it at the bottom, because the APY for here is actually pretty solid, and on top of that, it is not as susceptible to a major dump as most other farming tokens. In other farming tokens, you can have the APY go up super duper high. We've seen APYs of like 13,000%, 27,000%, and then 2 days later it goes down to 700%. So the reason why that happens is not only because the coin is printing more and more of itself, so the supply is increasing significantly, but also people are selling all of their rewards, and also people can take their liquidity pool tokens out of the staking platform, take those liquidity pool tokens out, reduce the liquidity, and sell the tokens that they originally put in. So there's just a ton of sell pressure, which really reduces the APY significantly. With Core, it's a little bit different. Now, this is the way that I'm looking at this. This had about a 1,000% APY a little bit earlier today. Now it's at 912, and I do think it's going to be reducing significantly slower. So one of the things that I take a look at to come to that conclusion right here is the total liquidity. So in Core, there's about $12 million of total liquidity. So to me, this is the way that I see that. To me, if you have $12 million in liquidity in Core, people don't just supply liquidity just to get the Uniswap trading fees. Like, that's not the smartest thing to do with Uniswap most of the time, especially with a highly volatile new coin. If people are putting these Core tokens in liquidity, which is about $6 million worth of ETH and $6 million worth of Core, then what they're doing is they're locking it in here so that they can't pull the liquidity out and dump it like all of the other farming tokens. So naturally, I think that the reduction of this total liquidity is going to be a lot slower than your typical average farming token. So again, with that in mind, the reduction of this APY is also going to be a lot slower. That's why I'm staking 100%. Now, the price of Core can be wild. It can swing way up and way down, based on a lot of different things, based on people buying and selling, because it doesn't really matter how much is in liquidity for the price of the coin, because it just depends on how much people are buying and how much people are selling. And naturally, over time, I think the APY is going to be decreasing, but at the rate in which it's decreasing and what it is right now, like, the returns are really, really good for Core, and the fact that it has protected returns where they're only going to reduce so much over the next couple of weeks, I think that it's probably going to, not necessarily more profitable. Obviously, if the coin goes up 2x and you're holding the coin, then you make a bigger profit than staking it. But it's just a safer, in my opinion, profit than holding and being scared of the market volatility. I don't know if that's your thing. If market volatility doesn't freak you out that much, then go for it. Do whatever you got to do. But for me, this is just a couple stacks higher in terms of safety and reliability, and not having to worry about the APY dumping as much. So that's why I'm staking 100% of my stuff, and I sold all of my Core tokens otherwise. So I actually might be purchasing a little bit more of these again because of volatility. I am going to wait for another giant red candle before I buy some more Core tokens and put them in. But in all honesty, I think longevity is a thing that Uniswap tokens definitely lack. They lack longevity. If a coin is more than 2 days old, you are too late. Just find the next one. You're better off finding something fresh. But with Core, I'm hoping, having my fingers crossed, because this is really, it really seems like they have kind of fixed that short-term thing where, you know, if you're buying 2 or 3 days later, it still is going to work out for you, especially if you're doing some staking from within here. So just keep that in mind, those kind of couple of points, and let me know what you guys think about this thing altogether. A lot of people are asking me some basic questions about Core, like, can you unstake it? I don't know, watch other videos, do your research. I'm kind of going to ignore your question if you ask something so basic that is easily figured out by, you know, doing some research. Maybe somebody else will answer your question in the chat, but that's why I'm not answering some of them. And the next thing we can talk about is Kitten.finance. So yesterday when I talked about this was at $126. You also have your K-base token, which is way down here, that I haven't really talked about too much. I think that this is an elastic type of token, so it can increase or decrease in the amount of supply that you have, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, like I said, since Kitten.finance is only in phase 2 of like 5, there's a lot to come with this platform, and every couple days that I look at this website and I look at what's going on behind the scenes in Kitten.finance, I'm even more reassured that the developer here knows what he is doing. He's not just kind of phoning it in. He's not copying and pasting from other things. He knows what he's doing in terms of web development, in terms of contract development, coin development. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on Kitten.finance overall. And another kind of funny thing is, like, I really wish I would be swing trading this way more, because this coin literally like 2x's every 3 or 4 days. It goes up 2x and then it dumps 50%, and then it goes up 2x and then it dumps 50%. You could make a killing, an easy killing, because the APY, or the liquidity in here, is actually high enough for you to be able to do some pretty large trades. But you can make a killing doing some swing trading in here. So if this thing drops to like $120, $130 again, I'm definitely gonna buy it. This was yesterday's chart, so today it's at $142. So again, it's going up. Again, I'm going to try and catch this on the downtrend. I'm really just trying to focus on less coins. Which kind of brings me to my next point. Well, like one of the number one things I always get when I bring like a gem or some coin that 2x's over like a period of 3 hours after I make the video, is the number one thing I always get is, King of Football, what's the next one? I missed this. Oh man, find me another gem. I'm just so sad I missed everything. So number one, if you keep missing coins, there's a little bell icon on YouTube. Click on that bell icon. You'll get notifications. Hopefully, fingers crossed, YouTube sometimes doesn't do that, but they'll send you a notification when I put a video out, so you're not quote unquote late. In addition to that, I prefer this even more because I hate YouTube. Also Telegram, when I say t.me/KingofFumble1, turn your notifications on for Telegram for that specific channel. I know it's annoying having notifications on for every single channel, but for that specific channel, I don't spam that channel. I pretty much post when I make a video or when I find something interesting. If you have those notifications on, you're not going to be as late for things. If you're like coming in 3 days late and the video came out 2 days ago, you're not seeing things. That's one of the ways to kind of catch up on this stuff right away, at least from what I find. Now, I shouldn't be your only source of gems either, so look for other YouTubers, other people to really do your research on finding these gems. And the way that I see it, like, after yesterday with Core, with like that easy 2x, even though I kind of made a mistake and actually lost money from doing what I did, but with an easy 2x like that, I don't actually look for the next gem right away. I wait for the gems to come to me, and like, to me, that just makes more sense, because if you keep looking for gems and you keep searching and digging for really good stuff, you're just gonna dig up a lot of really bad stuff, and I think that you're gonna have a lot more negatives than you are positives if you're looking for gems. But if a gem finds you, if you're like, oh wow, this actually is really cool that I stumbled upon, then I think that that's just going to be a much more profitable venture than risking your money on a lot of crap. You'll know, that's the way that I see it. I know when I find something that's like, this is solid, I'm gonna try this out. Usually, like, I'd say 70% of the time, it's really, really good. It's really, really solid. But if you keep just digging for gems over and over again, it'll be like more like 5% of the time that you actually find something that's gonna stick to the wall for more than a day. That's just the way that I look at things. I don't know. Some people are good. Like I said, some people are way luckier than me. You do whatever works for you. But that's just my take on it as to why, like, I don't announce a gem every single day. All right, that is everything for today, guys. HoneySwap is also doing good. I think that's back at $1,000. It's definitely gonna have a pullback, especially if there's not too much to talk about. But I'm still holding it regardless, because I know what's coming, and I know, just like with Kitten.finance, when their stuff came out on time, every time they release something, their coin goes up and has a lot more hard support, so people not dumping and selling just for quick profits. Same thing I think is going to happen with HoneySwap. It's gonna, like, you're gonna have days where nothing is happening, and those days are people are gonna panic and start selling and bring the price below $1,000, and then you're gonna panic too. But then there's gonna be a few days, sometime in the future, where like their bridge is activated, they get more pairs, there's more interest in it, and then the coin shoots up, and you missed your chance to buy because you were one of those people that panic sold while nothing was happening. So I know that, well, I don't know this, but I'm starting to see that HoneySwap is competent and will be putting those things out. It's just a matter of time to wait for those things to launch. So that's everything for today. I guess the only other thing is XETH, Explosive Ethereum. I talked about that in a video a while ago. That's actually doing really, really well too. I have to look into that a little bit more, though. I sold some of my coins yesterday for a pretty big profit. So if it's still doing good, I'll check it out again. And Interstellars is another one that I might jump back into. We'll see. That's going to be a whole separate video. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow that chat if you want to talk more about this stuff. Continue the conversation, which is important. Like I said, when I make a video, sometimes my mind changes like 2 hours after the video comes out. And I talk about that in the Telegram usually. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace out.